What if peace ended today? What if global tensions crossed the breaking point and the world plunged into the deadliest conflict humanity has ever seen? A war more destructive than World War I and II combined. A war powered not by tanks and trenches, but by satellites, drones, AI, cyber weapons, and hypersonic missiles. Today on Twin Power Core Cells, we explore the terrifying alternate reality. What if World War III began now? World War III would not begin with a declaration. It would begin with a mistake. A misfired missile, a drone strike in the wrong territory, a cyber attack disguised as an accident. One moment, the world is normal. The next, the internet goes dark in major cities. Banks stop working. Military radars blink offline. Within minutes, accusations fly between global superpowers. Militaries scramble, and the countdown silently begins. The first hour decides everything. Missile defense systems activate. Submarines leave hidden docks. Nuclear command centers open emergency protocols. Drones, far more advanced than anything in World War II, fill the skies. Some are the size of aircraft, some small enough to fit in a soldier's palm. Nations detect incoming cyber attacks, trying to shut down power grids. This new world war begins not on land, but in computers. The world instantly splits into two camps. NATO nations, United States, United Kingdom, France, Germany, Poland, Canada. Eastern powers, Russia, China, North Korea, Iran. Both sides mobilize. Borders turn into fortresses. Fighter jets roar into the sky. But unlike World War II, this war moves at digital speed. NATO's F-35 stealth fighters take off, invisible on radar. China deploys J-20s and hypersonic missiles. Russia activates its nuclear submarines. The world holds its breath. If World War III starts now, the Pacific becomes the most dangerous battlefield. China sends ships to the South China Sea. U.S. aircraft carriers respond. Australia, Japan, and South Korea activate defenses. Hypersonic missiles, faster than sound, are launched. They can strike a ship before the crew even knows they are targeted. For the first time in human history, war becomes faster than human reaction. Europe becomes another flashpoint. Poland and the Baltic states face immediate pressure. Germany activates its rapid response units. French Rafale jets patrol the skies. Russia sends tanks, artillery, and electronic jamming equipment. Unlike WW2, where armies fought face-to-face, WW3 becomes a war of signals. GPS disruption, communication blackouts, EMP strikes disabling entire cities, drone swarms the size of football fields. Europe becomes a chessboard of fire and fear. The Middle East cannot stay neutral. Strait of Hormuz closes. Oil supply plummets. A global energy crisis hits instantly. Drones, missiles, cyber attacks, and proxy forces erupt across the region. This front resembles both the desert wars of the modern era and the strategic resource battles of World War II. In World War III, the first nation to control space controls the war. Satellite warfare begins. Lasers destroy orbiting communication systems. GPS collapses. Missile tracking becomes blind. Nations rush to launch backup satellites. AI-controlled defense grids activate. Nuclear weapons are armed, but not yet launched. Both sides attempt to win without crossing the point of no return. Within just days, the global economy collapses. Stock markets freeze. Internet outages cripple communication. Food supply chains break. Banks restrict withdrawals. Airports shut down. For civilians, life becomes chaos. Fuel, electricity, and medicine vanish. WW3 is not only a battle of armies, it is a battle of survival. And then, the unthinkable happens. Ground forces collide. Infantry with exoskeleton suits. Tanks guided by AI. Robotic dogs armed with cameras and guns. Drone swarms replacing traditional artillery. This is not World War II's Normandy. This is not World War I's trenches. This is warfare from a future we hoped would never come. Battles are won not by numbers, but by data. Whichever side controls intelligence wins. Inside underground bunkers, leaders face an impossible question. Do we use nuclear weapons? A single nuclear launch could end the war in 1 hour, but could also wipe out humanity. Missile submarines prepare. Bombers load. Satellites detect any unusual heat signature. Citizens watch the skies. Every bright light, every sound, feels like the end. With millions displaced and thousands dead, both sides realize something shocking. Nobody can win. Technology has made destruction too fast, too unstoppable, too global. Behind closed doors, secret negotiations begin. Both sides agree to stop before nuclear war begins. A temporary ceasefire forms, but the world is forever changed. So what if World War III began now? It wouldn't look like WW1 or WW2. It would be faster, more digital, more devastating, and impossible to control. The only real victory is avoiding it. This was What If World War III Began Now, only on Twin Power Core Cells. Tell us in the comments, which technology would dominate WW3? Drones, cyber weapons, or hypersonic missiles?